All right, good morning, everyone. Whoever is here, a little bit late today. See what's going on. IVR, UAL down, Win, Soxel down, Tesla neutral, everything else slightly up, so not the end of the world. No idea what that, no idea what that is. Hey, what's up, Ellie? How's your weekend, buddy? Did you guys do anything? Not that we can still. Father's Day discount buy everything? Absolutely. Open interest. Oh, is that what that is? How do I even get that on there? Rose Garden, what's that? Just a just a garden with a bunch of roses in it? Space. Gapping up today. They launched something. Announcing NASA partnership. That's usually a good thing. It's a garden with a bunch of roses in it. Cool. That's good. Yeah, we got botanical gardens and stuff like that here too. So I'm loosely familiar with what you're speaking of. That's cool. I'm glad you had a good weekend. Mine was more of the same. Signed the Space Act. The Space Act? Is it actually called the Space Act? Oh, it's great. Sea companies are need to send people to International Space Station. Okay. Relevant astronaut training packages. Private orbital space flight program, which will not only allow us to use our spaceflight platform, but also our space training infrastructure to NASA and other agencies. So many other government space agencies. Okay, well, that's cool. Cap it up on that news. I kind of think coming down a little bit makes sense. NASDAQ up about 0.7%. I got a new mouse because my old mouse died. And I also, on the same day I got this mouse, ordered a new mouse. What's up, B-Dub? All right, so that button does that. Computer mouse, Ellie, computer mouse. No, we usually remember to feed the mice and the hamsters and the cats. We're usually pretty good with that. All right, so NASDAQ up a little bit here. Now, this one, the back and the forward mouse buttons aren't on my thumb. They're on my left mouse click button to the left. It's a lot of lefts, but you get the gist of it. It's on the left edge of the top side of the mouse. And it's just super weird. And it's a little bit small. I got big hands, so this other one's it's a Logitech G502. I think it's about almost a full inch larger and it has more normal buttons on it. This one's cool though. It's only 20 bucks. It's the G302 if anyone's less picky about it. Large gloves. I have to buy large size gloves, Ellie. That's exactly right. Expecting a bigger drop in equities? Of course you are, B Dub, wouldn't you? I would expect nothing less. So far though, we're still looking okay. Actually, I'm not even sure if Friday counted as a distribution day. If it were up to the futures chart here, I think it would be a distribution day, but it's not. So, okay, so space LVGO up here again. Small moves higher, but moves higher nonetheless. Peloton up a little bit. You gonna get going today, Peloton? I was close to ditching Peloton until I realized I know how to look at charts. Pays tried to get up the other day, sold off a good amount, although at the close there was a bunch of volume at the end of the day, so Looks like those 4 candles, this one after hours, dark pool or something got to that. It's hard to say exactly, you know. Oh, my TV remote just fell on the ground. No. I have my TV remote Velcroed to my microphone stand, which actually works out really well. Not that anyone knows what I'm talking about. All right, there we go. I'm still trying to find a comfortable place for the microphone so it doesn't slap over my water and I can see my keyboard because for some reason I have to look down when I type. Yeah, space. We looked at that news. They got a contract with NASA to do NASA stuff later. So that's good. Net. Net actually had a pretty good stalling day right there. Didn't undercut anything. And it looks like, yeah, that's good volume too. So we'll see what happens with net. It hasn't been the most stable uptrend, so I guess this isn't extra surprising. AMD, flat yet again. AMD disappointing. AMD disappointing. So far, still very flat and sideways in this whole dealio. Had a not quite a pocket pivot, but ended up lower for sure. Waiting for you to forget about it. Oh, choppy stream again. A little bit choppy. Do you think Nicola's overvalued at the moment? Um, well, um, first thing I'll say is get the term overvalued out of your lexicon. I think it implies something that um, is unknowable about what a proper valuation for a stock is. And then I view most things inside of technical perspective on the chart itself, not necessarily valuation wise, although that is a consideration, you know. But overvalued's in the eye of the beholder, to be honest with you. There's no way to actually quantify that. It's all a guess. I mean, literally, it's all a guess. You can have some framework around, like, you know, future sales and price to earnings and price to sales ratios. I don't have anything that technical that I use to value stocks other than just the price action, really. So, from a price action perspective, for the past week or so, it's actually liked this level. From that perspective, I would say it's not overvalued. I would say it's at a current kind of equilibriumized value, if you know what I mean, because we're just going sideways here. So sideways means that generally the market likes the valuation at the moment, because keep in mind, value is by the second in any markets, absolutely any markets. Value is derived by the second. So there wasn't anything intrinsically better about Nikola on 6.5 than there was on 6.9. 2 trading days later when the price basically went up 150%. So there's a lot of people arguing Nikola was overvalued on this day at 31 and now we're at 65. So yeah, anyway, just the term overvalued I think is I think it's distraction. I think that's a good way to put it. I think it's a distraction. Because who the hell knows? No one knows. Absolutely no one knows. So anyway, I would go by the chart pattern. I mean, it's got an interesting. Friday went and Nikola didn't close above 50, so I kept my $250, ladies and gentlemen. Bam! I am a genius. I am a true stock genius. Made $250 on a Nikola spread. Yes. So, but I mean, Nikola right here. Look, you can look at what it did last time as kind of a benchmark. It popped up and curled and then had a small price shelf, then started breaking out of that. I'd be looking to buy probably on this day right here. There's a keyboard shortcut for me to do that. But Yeah, so we moved up here, initial run. There's a cup, there's a small handle. I'd be looking to buy on this day. You know, if you're, I mean, this is only a basically a 2-day handle. It's not a major pattern whatsoever. So you look it up here. It's a little bit similar. It's also not quite the same thing. This was a pretty good ramp up in volume. This one is just a jump up. This was a continuation. So at this stage of the game, something similar like that would be good, but I wouldn't be jumping in it right in the middle of this range because you got a range between 70 and 50 that it can do anything in, which is a little too wide for me. I don't want to do that. Peloton. All right. Bouncy, bouncy. Peloton, bouncy, bouncy. Very good. Very good for Peloton. NIO up 5%. We haven't looked at this one yet. Intraday looks like it's coming down slightly, but TA is based on other people make a call overvalued and undervalued. That's a good way to look at it. You know, a lot of people try to play that game, but the only thing that yeah, here's the other thing about value, about that whole value thing is that um, the people that make those calls, overvalued, undervalued, overbought, oversold on the TV programs, they're not out there to help you trade. None of them. Jim Cramer probably the only one. Everyone's out there working for their investment bank. And as we all know, investment banks have your best interest at heart. Space up 15% now. Looks like coming back from an initial drop. MongoDB, Zoom, doing pretty good today. Sand, LVGO, Zoom, another new high. Roku kind of gave up the goat a little bit yesterday. I don't know, Ellie. They're supposed to. We kind of have a thing, at least in the United States, where everyone's supposed to have your best interest at heart. But it always seems that at the end of the day, no one has your best interest at heart. It just always seems to work out that way. Always. That no one has your best interest at heart. Got public companies doing fraud. We've got mutual funds doing fraud. We've got, yeah, so no one's looking out for you. All right, Peloton getting up there today. MongoDB, Square. How's our Square doing? Square with a beautiful run up here, long-term turnaround play. Nice breakout, likely going to continue here for the foreseeable future, the way it's working out. DocuSign, MongoDB. Yeah, it is a little bit sad, Elliot. It really is. It's a little bit sad. I agree with you on that. Yeah, SQ. Oh, it wasn't. Yeah, I don't think it was bad. It just didn't rip like the other stocks. It's just walking up. Looks like respecting the 20-day I have here in orange. That's what it's respecting at the moment. Yeah, maybe buy it on a down day if you're interested. Something near the 10-day moving average. Maybe the 20-day if you can get it, but it appears to be finally on a run here. Don't rip, as is AMD's slogan, right? You negative today, AMD? Yes, you are. Of course you are. Of course you're negative, AMD. Still feel like cutting half of this trade, and I haven't done it yet. Still haven't done it. I got plenty of cash though, so I don't really have to cut it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's all settled. I've had it for a while. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah. Let's try to time that so it's down to the minute though, okay? Let's just try to make that happen. I think that'd be a little bit better for everyone involved. That's a good idea. All right, what's down here today? IVR, Genus, Nicola, Manitowoc pulling in. Move nicely out of our. Okay, guess we're doing that now. Move nicely out of our low breakout point. What the hell's going on here? How come it dropped me to the middle of 1952? Makes no sense. There we go. Pulling back in here. Stalled at the 200-day moving average. How's our Soxel doing? All right, Soxel pulling back in after a nice little move here. Very low volume though, and then yesterday with kind of a definite stalling candle. Yeah, things bouncing good. NIO 6%. Yeah, so far so good for a lot of our better growth stocks, which is always a good thing. All right, net appears to have stabled out so far. Gold was looking like it was going to go. Let's take a look at gold. I saw it in middle of my eyeball here. All right, gold looks like it's oops. It's a very comfortable mouse, so I will say that. Except for the fact I still don't know how the program works. What just happened? I don't know what just happened. I'm in the future. That's what happened. Okay, double clicked Zoom or something. All right, so gold with it looks like a breakout here. Oh, okay, good. Oh, really nice. Yeah. Yeah, moving average is all squeezing right there. I was looking at a play for gold into I didn't pull any triggers, which means the trade's probably already broken, but I was looking for gold to get back up to here, this 175 level. And that's actually a pretty decent options play on it. I mean, it's only 38%. I think so, but based on a 6% move, that's a pretty decent one. Yeah, gold's base here is really nice. Hold on a second. All right, I'm back. What's your read on stocks going up with gold? I thought they have reverse correlation. It's let's just say, like most mothers and fathers, it's complicated. Um, Sometimes they correlate, sometimes they don't. Probably at times like this with larger inflation, they correlate. When you have large money printing, it would make sense that, some people buy gold with it and some people buy other assets with it. Um, yeah, I mean, it's just complicated. Gold moves on its own timeline, on its own time scale, in terms of decades. Ah, converted me? What do you mean? Look at that beautiful cup, man. Just gorgeous. I wonder what a GLD 175 call would have gone for back then. I was declining inflation. Well, Yeah, I mean, there's always inflation, but I don't know. I don't have a great response to that. I mean, I don't see it as like instant. Yeah, I don't see inflation, at least in the US, is it creeps up on you like mad. Then one day you're like, wow, food's three times as much as it was when I was 20 years old. Um, yeah, I don't know. I have another reason why I think that societies collapse after 100 years or 200 years or so. I think it's because everybody learns to game the system. I think that's what it is. Everyone learns to game the system because, like, I found a new show that I didn't even know existed. Apparently on Netflix, Hassan Minaj, the guy from The Daily Show, who's a little bit too energetic for me, but he's still good. Apparently, he got a show on Netflix, and I was binging that yesterday. And he went into some student loan thing, as all those political satirists do. And just man, like healthcare knows how to play the game, colleges know how to play the game. Everyone seems to know how to play the game except for your average individual. And so I don't know if that's the way in Roman times. I don't know what college costed in Rome, if there even was college in Rome, but you know what I mean. Like everyone learns how to play the game, and then everyone's pissed off at each other because we're all trying to rip each other off. You know, and I think that the general pissed off of everyone is just a culmination of everyone trying to rip everybody off all the time. I'm not sure what that means, but it's intriguing. All right, net 0.92. Yeah, right, BW, exactly. Then the game is reset. Everyone's pissed off, says fuck everything, destroys the country, and then, move to France or, move to China, whatever's next. I don't know where the next place is, but I don't know. According to debt levels, it's not China. Who knows? Maybe the US and China will blow each other up simultaneously. No, I'm just talking internally. I was just thinking about it. That's all. Not that I don't know if it has any basis in reality, but like if you look at the USA, minus slavery and us treating non-white people like garbage. Even it's really funny. They even treated white people like garbage. It's kind of funny. It's like we start off with the Irish, treat the Irish like shit. Irish are trash, right? That I don't know where that stemmed from. And then and then we're like, okay, I guess all white people are cool, but non-white people are not cool. And then we just like work our way down the list. Like I don't know. It's funny. Racism is funny. And now we're like, okay, everyone's okay, but unless you like the same sex as you. And now that's kind of gaining a lot of acceptance. I wonder what's next. We have to ostracize somebody. So I realized I was just sitting here looking at a gold chart. Ellie, are you my official t-shirt maker? See what happens. I don't have enough followers on Twitter for anyone to get pissed off. All right, NIL, Peloton. I was looking at gold. Go back to gold. Oh yeah, I was gonna do something fun with gold. Okay, so oh yeah, gold has a ton of strike prices. Gold was a 157 strike price, which is last week it was sitting at 38% gain. Now it's only 20 what? 157? 21%. So that's already been deleted. with torches at your house. I think real Trump would be funny. That would be a really funny that'd be a really funny tweet stream. I should do that and then just take every Trump tweet and retweet it like it's supposed to sound. I'm not sure how I would do that on Twitter though. You like team? Yeah, yep. Can't argue with Atlassian. Up 4% today to break out. Oh no, looks like it's squeezing two though. Yeah, there are tons of parody Twitter accounts. Absolutely. Doesn't mean it wouldn't be fun just to put one on just as a just for fun. 50-day moving average support. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. You could use the 50 as your stop. Our volume this morning is pretty okay. It's not great. We're definitely getting off to the right start. We'll see how the day goes. NIO, Peloton, Space Sand, SQ at 5%. Yeah, this one with a kind of a longer term sideways action. Yeah, definitely looking really good at this stage of the game. Can't say we have any undercut and rallies. There's a pocket pivot at the bottom there. Wish there was a shortcut to maximize sell. Can I do you know what? I bet I could set that up. Bet you they have keyboard shortcuts. Hotkeys. Maximize. They're not alphabetical? Um Huh. Okay, maximize. See, I think that would be a nice one. Okay. Anyway. Oh yeah, this one looking like it's trying to get over something right there. There's a small trend line here. I'm not sure if that's valid. It could be. It's only two touches and not a lot of price action to go off of, but yeah, overall, I mean it's looking pretty good. I added the RSI to my daily chart. I'm gonna see if it can be useful. And right now, team appears to be in a good spot with everything actually. Team looks really nice right there. MongoDB up a little bit, trying to not great. All right, Peloton looks like it's trying to extend up. Go Peloton. And IVR can't get out of its own way fast enough, can it? It's like, I want to go back down to low single digits. You can't stop me. It's like, fine. Gosh. UAL, how are you doing, UAL? Seen better days. Still working your way down. AMD in the negative. Oh, looks like it hasn't. It did undercut yesterday's low ever so slightly. Let's go to the global watch list. Check out what's going on up there. How you doing, global watch list? Teams only went up here. Square looks like it's trying to go for it here. Pretty good volume this morning. That could get rocket. Any news on Square? Doesn't look like it. Ring. Ring not too bad. Trying to get out of a low area here. Was that options expiry? On net, I don't know. It just broke out. It's looking really good. I mean, I don't want to throw it away. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it just broke out. So if you look at it from a basing perspective, there's your IPO base right there. We rallied 40%. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. Yeah, I think this loosely qualifies as a flat base. So this would be a first stage. I'm sure if it'd be a first or second stage base, considering we already had an IPO. I'm not sure if IPO bases are considered a first stage base, but let's just say they are. And then you have a second stage base here. I mean, it's fine. Yeah, it's just chilling. It's really not doing a whole heck of a lot. I'm not mad at net at all. That stalling day the other day can be negated by a couple of normal days. But yeah, I'm not throwing it away by any stretch. I think it's pretty good overall. Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, it just had a beautiful breakout. Look at that volume stepping out. I'd rather not jump out right now. I guess if you did want to take partial profits, you probably could if you wanted to. I don't know what you could do with it. Depending on how many shares you have, you could, I guess, sell a call. Now that I'm kind of looking into that a little bit. It's pretty garbage though. It's just so I've got this IBR position and I put like 3,700 bucks into it. If I were to sell options, I'd make like $100. It's like not even worth it. Absolutely not even worth it. I probably should just get out of my whole IVR position. They lower their dividend to 2 cents from 50. I still have the whole lot too. I didn't sell it when it was up over double. I thought about it, but I'm like, nah, I'm here for the dividend. I'm not here for the rest of it. Nvidia, yeah, it was looking pretty good. I think we started out looking at that because I was looking at it yesterday. So yeah, off the moving averages here, the shorter term moving averages, I think is fine. I don't know if it's going to rip and roar higher or if it's just going to walk up. That I'm not sure of. But it looks like it's on its way. You can see it's been supported by the 20-day moving average pretty nicely. It's like NIO right back at it. Right there, up 7%. Any news on NIO? I mean, looking at NIO, if they were an American car company, I would think they actually were pretty decent. Of course, who knows, maybe they're inflating their earnings too. Like those coffee makers that we shall not speak of. I don't know if it's hating on China, but it seems to be that it's easier to defraud the American market when you're not in America. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. All right, Square. It's like it's popping today. It's either going to have one of those 15% days or we're going to stagnate here pretty soon. Peloton. Pretty comfy up here, I have to say. Not too much selling pressure at the moment. Net jumping up. Oh yeah, all in all, pretty good here. I gotta say the only thing not working is my IVR position. That's about it. AMD still doesn't want to go any lower. You can see it's like just being this 50-day moving average right here is really, really acting as it's a barrier to going lower, which is great, and hopefully it stays that way. That's the only thing about this chart that is like at the moment. Overall, I like the cup and handle, but I mean at the moment, that's the only thing like keeping it from me dumping it is it's really respecting that 50-day. Yeah, I can't disagree with that too much, Ellie. That sounds reasonable. Hmm. See what RH is doing up here. RH, nice and tight. Yeah, good tight price action. Uh, how's Beyond Meat doing up here? Pretty good, just kind of walking higher. Long-term trend around play looks like it worked well. D-Dog. Talk about just moving higher day by day. D-Dog right there. Not too bad, not too bad. GLD hasn't budged. Tesla's back positive. Although Tesla's in just a holding pattern at the moment. It's just going to bide its time, until it goes up. Just biding its time. Like, there's nothing wrong with this Tesla chart. It's great. I've been looking at a lot of the big winners in the past week or so. Tesla looks like it's just going to be another one of those charts. Another one of those big ass charts. Going to go up huge. 1200 is not too far away. Yeah, it's nothing. I mean, you can't argue anything with this chart. It's just gorgeous. Cup and handle here was fantastic. Breakout was a little bit lackluster. Of course, you can argue that everyone got their, if they wanted Tesla, they had to fill down here. You started seeing the same thing with Apple a long time ago. They generally stop breaking out with huge volume, is kind of what happens. So here's your breakout point on Apple in your cup and handle. You can see there's no breakout until you get above. Then there's breakout volume right here, and that was on kind of a weird day. But you don't actually get breakout volume in Apple anymore. It just doesn't happen. Occasionally it does, but not all the time. See, there's a nice breakout candle, but then it shakes you out like a mofo and then goes on to rally. Then there's another cup and handles. This is a base on base pattern, actually. And then how about this one? That one does, see that? This is the only one that would make breakout volume. But yeah, and it's above. You don't get breakout volume anymore on a lot of these. I think they've kind of gamed the CanSlim system from a technical perspective. I wonder if Amazon has breakout volume. I'm not sure. That resets the base count for Amazon. So that's just a cut base. There's no handle there, and that would have been your breakout day. Not 40% above average volume, and it's about 30% though. So that was not bad. Isn't Still isn't perfect though. And now we're just kind of walking up. So Tesla breaking out on not average volume. Kind of par for the course. The crazy thing with Tesla too is that it's 165 billion market cap. I think it's still going to has a long way to go. It's gonna. I don't know. I kind of think it's gonna be one of those trillion-dollar companies. I don't know. I don't have a timeline on that specifically, but at some time, I think it will be a trillion-dollar company. Maybe 10 years. Won't be too bad. think it's like 33% a year if it 10x's in 10 years or something like that. Let's take a look at, I was going to look at, I actually have the IBD paper up, which is something I haven't done in a long time. I don't see their segment on oh, market outlook B6 marketing confirmed uptrend. There we go. 2 distribution days on the Nasdaq, 3 on the S&P. So we did have a distribution day. That's what I wanted to look at. That Friday was a distribution day. And it makes sense. It's fine with me. I know everyone's concerned about that, but let's look at some interesting secondary indicators here. So they've got bulls versus bears. You got bearish here and bullish here. So bullish is obviously pretty high at the moment. Bears are generally, it's at their kind of historic normalized garbage level. Current 18, lows 12, so we're already switched back to bullish. Short interest ratio, pretty low. These are counter trend indicators. Mid cap. Ooh, sector funds. Psychological indicators, CBOE volatility is 35, 45 is bullish. And then it goes into the list, yeah. Okay, nothing crazy. Looks like Tesla coming right back down again. No biggie. Visa up 1.47%. A little bit of a scare there. Soxel creeping back up. Does that mean AMD is back up here as well? Oh, there we are. Nope, still negative, but Soxel trying to creep up. That could be Nvidia. Yeah, offsetting AMD a little bit right there. All right, so we're pretty consistent here so far today. I can't say we've moved a tremendous amount. Yeah, so far, I mean, the day has just begun. Yeah, 1.24 for the Nasdaq. TQs are got to be moving. Yeah, there we go. TQs are on their way. See if we can get up into recent highs. Seems like we have 1 or 2 distribution days and we keep churning up, and then we have 1 or 2 distribution days and then we keep churning up. That appears to be what's been happening here. All right, net turning a little bit more positive. How's our buddy Netflix doing? All right. So far, a pretty good day for Netflix. We've got a new all-time high today. Snapchat, been watching this recently. That's been that's working. Oops. Snapchat working, finally. We'll see if it's going to Twitter or not and just end up dying on us for what appears to be no reason. Twitter still can't get out of its own way. I don't know what the hell's wrong with Twitter. It's like one of the biggest platforms out there, and it just doesn't do anything. It's like, just throw some fucking ads somewhere, people. It's not rocket science. Just throw ads in places, Promoted tweets like every other site on the planet. They obviously don't care about the quality of your content, so just bombard them with ads like every other spammy site on the planet. Get the stock going, for crying out loud. Yeah. Kind of a shame. Bit of a wasted asset, wasted platform. I don't know what they're. I mean, I think you can make money and do all the stuff they pretend to want to do. Fortinet. Oh, that broke out on oh, it's breaking out today. Friday was the volume day though. Was that a quadruple witching Friday? No, it was May. June should be quadruple witching Friday. It should be in June. Yeah, it shouldn't be today. Or last Friday. That's a lot of volume in Fortinet though. Dark pool? Yeah, it looks like a dark pool. Huh. So if you guys want Fortinet, which is a cybersecurity firm, they make firewalls. Broke my long-term turnaround play right there. Corona killed it. Now it's back. All right, Peloton. Another new high for Peloton. Intraday even. NIO, Square getting up here. That's where we found Fortinet. RNG. Looks like it wants to go as well. Not quite a flat base. There's Amazon. AMD match back down here. Yeah, match doesn't have it going on lately. Long-term turnaround play, not a ton of momentum, unfortunately. Hey, morning, Aram. Yeah, space has been leading us all day long. That's very interesting. Not sure it's going to remain that way. It looks like it wants to take out some lows. I'm pretty sure the closing leader won't be the opening leader. That's the way it's looking. Space will probably come down. Peloton will maybe be slightly higher based on today's action. Finally get a larger move up. Maybe. Our volume isn't quite there. Nvidia looks really good. Yeah. Yeah, not too bad. Let's check out the global watch. Let's see what's down on the global watch list. Yeah, team hasn't moved very far either, has it? I guess it's been doing okay this morning. Not up a lot though. All right, what's dying down here? Hertz Rent-A-Car. Uh, what? You declare bankruptcy and you go down? Who would have thought that? That's amazing. I should sell a ton of Hertz calls up here. Wow, look at that. Puts are very interesting at this stage of the game for Hertz. But yeah, these guys are. I don't know what that was. Must have been short covering or something. I don't know what else to attribute it to other than short covering. Sufun. What is that about? ADS ratio change? I've never heard of that. That happened on the 19th. Fang Holdings increased 792%, but you don't say why. That has got to be a split or something. Did I pass them already? Oh, you guys can't see it. This doesn't really say anything either. Just an algorithm. Same damn thing over and over again. Interesting. I don't know why. I'm not showing a stock split. I'm not showing a reverse stock split. Although it is likely a reverse stock split looking at the price above just above $1. AMC. Nobody wants to see COVID movies. What's playing at the theater? Oh, COVID-19. Oh, okay, yeah, I don't think I'll do that. Win. Looks like it's trying to break the 50-day moving average, although volume isn't very high. Probably won't mean a whole heck of a lot. NDP, TripAdvisor, Regeneron. Is that Ameren? That's Ameren. They really didn't get going, did they? WFT. ZTO, bam. Parabolic. EDU, NBev. Still hate Starbucks. All right, pays. Definitely gave it up on Friday. Started out Friday well, ended out Friday horribly. Asking Airlines. Wow, my buddy YY, my old friend YY decided I saw this trade in the making and I'm like, yeah, I decided not to take it. It's like that was an error. YY with a huge move up. Of course, last time it did nothing. So this time it has to do something. That's a good move for YY. That's the CME group. It's a very large head and shoulders-ish pattern on it. That's interesting. I think they'd be killing it with everyone running into trading. Lumber liquidators. Quit showing me YY. I haven't been really looking at YY in the past couple of years, so can't be too upset about it. Generac Generators. Looks like a interesting cup and handle-ish base. Kind of a bit of a high handle. It like forgot where it was, like, whoops, sorry, I'll come back down. And then now we're back down here. Volume not too bad. That is a lot of volume right there. Like a lot. There we go. Not too bad. Winter's coming up too. Generac, they sell little small portable generators, unless they've changed their business model. And the winter season is coming up when all the people in the woods, you know, buy generators. They can have power during huge snow drifts when they're trapped inside. Can't say it's the only reason why Generac makes money, but actually they do have a larger. I have a friend that used to work for Generac. They do large generators too for hospitals and such. So that's not a bad looking base right there. I think I'll add that to the actionable list. It may already be there. I don't remember. ZTS, another cup and handle. Support of the 50-day and the 200-day. 50 is over the 200. This thing could be ready to go. We'll add that to the actionable list. Arista can't get going. Goose, I don't remember moving the frickin' time out here. Okay, where'd that triangle go? I just saw a triangle. C-trip. Come on. There it is, light. Here we go. There's our symmetrical triangle. Not ready yet. If I remember right, this still has pretty good fundamentals. I could be wrong, but let's check it out. 91 composite rating. Relative strength is 76, which isn't that good at all. Telecom Fiber Optics Group provides optical communication, photonic products for manufacturing, inspection, and life science fields. It's okay. Sales are definitely stagnating though. 8% change in funds owning stock. It's not too bad. It's not the best, but 91 composite rating is good. The relative strength could definitely improve on a breakout of this tightening pattern. So I think we have light already on the actionable list. Whoops. Yeah, a couple things I don't like about this mouse. Got the Logitech 302. It was cheap on Amazon. It was like $20. They must have come out with a new model because it was 47% off. Has buttons on the right side of the mouse as well for your right mouse button, and I always click on the buttons instead of the right mouse button because the buttons are kind of thin. All right, keep on keeping on here. Waddell Reed and Associates was doing great. This was one of our back in the day stocks, 2013, because I'm old, and way down there now on the weekly chart, super low. IAC trying to break out. It's trying to break out. Not a lot of success yet. Looks like just got slapped down with a high volume sell candle on Friday. Generac Baidu. Huh. Innovative Industrial Properties. Oh, this is the marijuana property management company, right? The marijuana REIT or something like that. Yeah, that's what this is. Not bad. AMD. Cup and handle looking good. Now do something. Ellie needs a new pair of shoes. Baidu can't get out of its own way, apparently. 284 down to 122. Cisco. Another one not doing too hot right now. Maybe due to manufacturing concerns. Hard to say exactly. All right, come on. They're flippy floppy here, so it's hard to move up on the list. Data. Big gap up. And then just stagnant since then. That's hard to stomach. Constellation Brands, long-term turnaround play here. That should already be on the list, but you never know. Looks like a buy over 200 there. All the moving averages are kind of churning underneath the price at the moment. Wow, Disney. Holy crap. That'd have been a good buy at 80. I saw another stock last night that I didn't know existed that would have been a great buy. It's like a Penny Mac or something. Eli Lilly. God, that was a year ago? Remember that crazy volume in Eli Lilly and it was kind of slowly moving up? It had like 8,000 times average volume. Yeah, that was a year ago. Doesn't seem like a year ago. I guess, I mean, it's long enough ago. It doesn't seem like a year. All right, Tesla looking good. Playing with 1,000 again, trying to get people off the 1,000 train. They're not selling it, that's for damn sure. If Tesla ever has a big down day, just buy some. A Biomed finally broke long-term turnaround play trend line and looked like it has been healthy. Another one I actually declined to participate in. That was a mistake. Look at that. Went from 183 to 257 in a hurry. Looks like a small consolidation here. Not really any kind of a pattern. It's not a 3 weeks tight or anything like that, but let's add that to the actionable list if it's not already on there. ServiceNow is still working its way higher. It's pretty much sitting at all-time highs. NetEase consolidating. Running up so I can actually make my way up the list. BLFS, another long-term turnaround play in the works here. Looks like I have an alert. I could probably lower it a little bit. Uh, See, I like corded mouses, but I don't like corded mouses. There we go. 840. It should be 824. I have to do it manually. There we go. Okay, 824 for BLFS. I don't actually know too much about this one, to be honest with you. Tesla playing around that neutral mark. All right, team moved up a little bit more. Team getting a little bit happy here. Let's go back down to the action list. And I'm going to get out of here, guys, in a little bit. If you guys want to look at something, looks like Peloton extending. MongoDB, NIL coming down off its perch. Net finally getting going. A little bit. IVR win. UAL down here. Pays down here too. Oddly enough, looks like it was really trying to get going on Friday, and then it just stopped. So that's going to take some more time to form, unfortunately. Domino's Pizza, Coop. Yeah, that team chart's looking pretty yummy right now. Not quite a flat base, but it's playing with it. And it does appear to be that's pretty good. It's pretty good. GLD's pulled in a little bit. AMD popped up and then popped right back down. I may have to cut some of this position. It's not looking super happy lately, Ellie. I don't know. I've been giving it a lot of wiggle room here, much more than I usually do. And last time, that's how I got my ass handed to me. So the question is, should I protect capital or risk money? Now, let's see if it closes the day under the 50-day. I may have to cut it. So our 20-day is undercut, so maybe we'll start chopping the moving averages, in which case I'm just going to be losing time value, which is not, not a good thing in and of itself. That's not going to chop around for a while anyways. We'll see. All right, guys, I'm going to bounce. I'm going to get out of here. So market's doing fine. We got the Nasdaq up 1.25. We got some leaders leading. We got some beating down coronavirus stocks, kind of taking it on the chin, which has been the theme of the past couple of weeks. So I can't say nothing's too changed about the markets from that perspective. So I'm sure at some point we'll see those coronavirus stocks lead again, but probably be a little bit. Square continue on its little nice rampage. Going really good. All right, guys, well, have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe out there. Bye-bye.